It's 1993, and as a young journalist, I'm given a minor role on the police rounds beat, picking up on the leads the chief police reporter can't be bothered with or is too pissed to pursue from afternoons at the Journalists Club. One of my first tasks is to interview the head of the New South Wales Police Missing Persons Unit, a Detective Sergeant Peter Macon. The unit is located in a gleaming tower in Parramatta, looking across the haze to both the CBD one way and the Blue Mountains the other, on a good day. Past security and taking the lift to the 6th floor, I move to the inner sanctum and am led to a large open plan office, one side wall of which is completely covered with photographs and brief details of missing people. Waiting a few minutes for the boss to get off the blower, I scan the wall. There are photos of pleasant-looking older men, refined women, scarred-haired teenagers, grainy school photographs of children, all reduced into flat grey and white prints by the police printing office. The single thing the faces have in common, to me, it's a hollowness in the eyes. It's a palpable hint of something impending. Maybe I'm imagining this, but why would I bother? Did these people foresee something? Was something following just a metre behind them? Was a shadow lurking there, and sometimes did it overlap onto their shoes, their scrunched and muddy toes? Did their hearts skip a proverbial beat when that happened? Basically, did they know in any way? And the question remains, where have they gone? Where have they gone? Have they been murdered? Have they died in some remote circumstance? Are they locked away somewhere, or have they committed suicide? Or have they purposely blurred the lines of their lives and simply upped stumps and started again somewhere else? Or have they really fallen into the cracks of Australia's bright expanse behind the sun? A couple of weeks later, I'm instructed to interview the mother of a missing hitchhiker named James Gibson. I obtain the woman's number from police and ring at the designated time to conduct what I feel is a routine interview, keen to nick out to the Shakespeare Hotel afterwards for lunch with the other young journos and one female one in particular. Mrs. Gibson's voice says hello through the STD beeps from her South Coast home. Her son's a nice boy, she says, and she tells me she really believes he's alive, and someone had seen him, and someone rang and told her that they'd seen him at an environmental protest in Tasmania. She can't remember if it was the cops or it was someone else. Her voice is reedy, it's quiet, but she's willing to talk. This keenness later strikes me as understandable. I'm a conduit for her hopes. Her son's missing. The story I will write will be published across the country, and maybe someone will tweet. Someone will remember something. His son and his girlfriend are both gone. As I'm winding up the interview, I casually ask how old James would be now. She says my exact then current age, and then, only surprisingly then, does it actually register that I share his surname also. Same age, same surname. And it strikes me that through some different path, through some small degree of separation or circumstance, Mrs. Gibson could be my mother, and I could have been James, last seen hitchhiking somewhere with my girlfriend. The story is published in the newspaper. 3 weeks later, I ring the police just as a follow-up, just to check, just to see if anything's happened. Nothing, they say. Not a word. We think they're dead. A year later, just before I'm due to take a few weeks' holidays, I'm asked by my chief of staff again to go out to a place called the Belanglo State Forest near Byron. A man walking his dog has uncovered human remains, which turn out to be 2 missing British backpackers. They've been identified and they've been murdered. Myself and a photographer named Frank Violi travelled down there to the Belanglo State Forest on a Thursday afternoon in Frank's early 80s model Toyota Corona. The police don't signpost these things, and we end up driving around for hours down many small roads and tracks and lonely fire trails in the bid to find any sign of the crime scene. At one point, Frank stops the engine at a shadowed crossroads, and we're deep in the forest, and in every direction, perfectly straight lines of pine trees run off as far as we can see. It'll soon be dark. We decide to leave, and I'll cover the story by phone. I'll make some calls, see if I can get some quotes, and we'll use a series of miscellaneous scene shots that Frank has taken along the way just to illustrate things, just to show how things look. But as we're driving out, we spot a dim light through the hastening dusk. We weave towards it, and it turns out to be a caravan set up as operations centre for the police investigation. I get out and go and knock on the door. A few seconds later, a terrified-looking young male constable opens it. He looks at me with intense suspicion, but once I prove my media credentials, he relaxes and says, "You scared the shit out of me. It's fucking spooky out here." I ask him where the bodies were found, and he points to a murky clump of trees across the clearing. "They reckon there's more," he says. "What do you mean?" "They reckon there's a few more out here." "A few more what?" "A few more bodies." "Fair dinkum?" "Off the record, mate, yeah, for sure." "Shit," I say. He possibly realises he may have said too much, and so he goes quiet, and as we're exhausted anyway, we get back in the car and drive back towards the glow of Sydney and home. I go on my driving holiday a week later, taking a road trip up north, surfing, sun, girls, whatever will happen. And a week later, while eating a veggie burger in the Suppertime Blues Cafe in Byron Bay, I read in the Daily Telegraph that 2 more bodies have been found in the Belanglo State Forest. They are James Gibson and his girlfriend, and their bodies have been found within a few hundred metres of where I'd stood just a week before.